Things have gotten slightly peak. Chelsea keep on taking L's. Chelsea keep on getting hit down, beat down, and sarinied. Um, Lord in heaven. Let me just show you what is the latest deals right now. So let's go. Shout out to your boy Rob Ripple, I think is a reporter. So if Roman Abramovich now wants his 1.6 billion loan repaid, let's stop there. Let's stop there. Because that already is an issue. Because the big thing was, hey, it's all good. I don't want the loan repaid and everything. I'm all good. We're all cool. Let's just keep on going. And then that's how the sale can go through. But if it's a situation, because he's well within his rights. See, him not wanting the loan repaid was just out of the graciousness and the niceness, because he just wants to Chelsea to be the best place possible, which I still think he is. So I'm not sure how truthful this reporting is, but if we're going to take this as truth, Chelsea are in a big situation. But let's read on. If Ronald Abramovich now wants his 1.6 billion pound loan repaid back, as Times report is reporting, then Chelsea have a huge existential problem. The UK governments have always insisted that this won't happen. The clock is ticking on the May 31st deadline, but it's much more serious and a complex delay. Now this is where it gets real. The Premier League meets on June 8th to constitute the new league for 22-23, which is the next season. If Chelsea aren't licensed to operate by then, and they're only licensed now on UK government storefronts, then they can't be part of the Premier League. So in translation, if Chelsea don't get this ownership sale thing sorted out by May 31st, they can't compete in the Premier League. So time is ticking. Now, I don't believe it will get to that point, because this is all fear, prop and everything. But I just think that the fact that's just out there is like, okay, let this thing happen, because now I'm now hearing that apparently the Todd Boehly takeover, that's not even a done deal. So that isn't even 100%. So I thought, oh, this is the private video, but I don't know what's holding dudes up, because pick a bidder and get things moving. So because bro, let's keep it real. You've had more than enough time. You've had more than enough time to decide on who the dude is you want to take over. So I don't know how I don't know what the hell that is going on, man, bro. But it is what it is. Where that would leave Chelsea is a moot point. All along, there has been this nagging doubt. If Abramovich does Putin's bidding, then is Putin about to allow £2.5 billion worth of Russian assets to go to the UK government and end up in the hands of the US private equity? Again, it's like, how close was Putin and Bram during the whole Chelsea tenure? Was Putin still doing Bram's bidding, and was Putin still somehow involved within the assets and the kind of revenue generated by Chelsea? So are they still in a full-on partnership? Because if they're still in a full-on partnership, because this is what I said initially, 1.6 bill is 1.6 bill. Even if I've got 40 billion of 50 bill, nobody knows how much it has. I ain't writing off 1.6 bill. Even if I'm like a multi-billionaire, that's a lot of money just to write off. You want to write off 50 mil? That's a lot. 100 mil, that's a lot. 1.6 billion? Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. If Abramovich thinks the UK government will blink because they don't want to see Chelsea fold, go into administration, then he's gambling hugely on the government's malleability. Basically how tangible they can be. A good bet, you might say. But be in no doubt, if he wants the debts repaid, Chelsea's future is at stake with the clock ticking. That's crazy, because so if Ranch thinks governments will win because they don't want to see Chelsea fold or go into administration, you see, that's my thing. Because see, this is almost basically like a game of chicken. So Bram is like, look, I want that loan repaid. And if you don't repay me that loan, who's going to blink? Because if you don't repay me that loan and I still demand that loan, which means that this sale cannot go through because Abramovich is in his legal rights to stop any sale from happening until his loan is repaid. So his thing is, so this is where it gets interesting. So he's like, all right, Chelsea is a massive asset for things. So you don't have to now choose. Do you want to now go on with the whole one all against Putin and anything linked with Putin, we're going to say what's up? Or are you going to allow one of the biggest franchises for England to go into administration? It's very, see, if you're Bram, what do you do? But let's just put yourself in Bram's position, because see, Chelsea guys can say, bro, what are you doing? You should love Chelsea and you don't want this to happen to Chelsea. You know, a club with such amazing history, and you've done and you've had so much with these guys. But look at it through his point of view. Guys, that's 1.6 bill. That's 1.6 bill. And Bram is not doing anything illegal here. Even be fully objective, he's not doing anything illegal here. Like, I deserve to have my loan repaid. And if that loan is not repaid, so the government, are you now going to allow, because you are in, it is your legal right to repay homeboy. I get it. He works for Putin. I get it. Bad, evil, all the time, 100%. But the law is the law. The law doesn't change based on, well, the law is the law. So he's well within his right. So for the government, are you, because again, this is crazy. So because if, let's say, Brown says, no, I'm going to stand firm, and so forth, and Chelsea goes into administration, who gets the main blame? Do you put the blame on Bram? Like, man, bro, how could you? You're so evil, blah, blah, blah. But then again, you're on your rights. Or do you blame the blame on the government of, like, pay the man? Pay him. But he's on his right. He wants his loan repaid, pay him. And then save Chelsea from administration. So government, no, it's down to you because you've not done what is right, which is that, pay him. I know he's bad and everything, but he did own it. And he has a loan that's not been repaid, so he's well within his rights. So it's tricky, bro. And aside, intriguing how last minute Ratcliffe bid mimics the Abramovich language. Ratcliffe wants proceeds to go to a charitable trust to support victims of the war. Abramovich initially wanted to settle the foundation for the benefits of all victims of the war in Ukraine. Almost as though the bid was tailor-made to be what Abramovich wanted. And yes, all along it's been clear neither Roman nor Ratcliffe get to decide where that money goes. It's for the UK government to decide. If Abramovich agrees to the sale, right now that's a sizable if. So imagine if it came down to May 30th and there was a genuine chance Chelsea could fold, but somehow a Ratcliffe bid could save the day if only the UK government agreed to let the proceeds to an independent charitable foundation. Well, that would be better than letting Chelsea fold. And who would object? If this war comes to a close and politics changes, which is doubtful, to Roman Abramovich being the trustee of that foundation, that's where we could see Roman as the true humanitarian he is, rather than the sanctioned Putin crony who gained his wealth easy to rig and auction. It's very wild, guys. It's very, very wild indeed, man. It's peak for Chelsea. It's very peak for Chelsea. How I view it, because I want to say, oh, just pick someone. But if there is truth in Abramovich saying that, like, I want my loan repaid, and until that is repaid, no sale can happen because I have to agree to the sale. I am still the owner. I am still the legal owner of these dudes. And a sale can go through if that loan is repaid. If that is a situation, what do you do? Of course, you have grounds for hating Abramovich. If you love the club so much, you should write with that 1.6 bill to show how much you love. That's a lot of love. Just think about it. It's a lot of love to write off 1.6 billion. That is a lot of money, guys. I'm sorry, guys. That is a lot of freaking money. Because that's a lot of love. Like, let's keep things all the way real and 3 stacks. That's a lot of love to write away 1.6 billion. And even when it was said initially, I was like, is Abramovich really going to round off 1.6 bill? But the bottom line is this. This has to happen. It's such an extreme notion of Chelsea. Here's what I think. It's not going to happen. It won't happen. The reason why it won't happen is they can talk up down. The UK government will never allow a club like Chelsea to go into administration, because a club like Chelsea is important for the image of the UK and for tourism and so forth. It's impossible. When you look at the international fan base of Chelsea and the people that come to Stamford Bridge and the international standing of that club being a British English club, there is no way that the UK will allow that to happen. So if I'm Abramovich, I hold firm, because the UK government will blink first. Because will you truly allow the structure of a Chelsea to go? See, if if it was Norwich or Southampton, they were like, Chelsea Football Club, and what that means, that's being an English club that has such a massive global fan base and image, you're going to allow that to go into administration? Just say it, man. But yeah, man, it's slightly peakish, man. So guys, remember, join the Discord group, man. Use the QR code to scan the link here. Hopefully this should work. Use the QR code to scan the link right up here. Use the QR code to scan this link in here to join the Discord group to discuss things and off the official Discord group. Use this thing to scan that QR code. Use your phone, scan the code and all that kind of stuff. Or you could just click the link in the comments below to join that official Discord group and discuss all things football, Chelsea and beyond, man. They wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare allow the UCL chance going in administration. They wouldn't dare, man. No way.